And as soon as I'm able to and he gives me a report, then of course it falls to me to make a decision in this particular case.
Angela Rayner looked ashen-faced yesterday.
Labour considers adjusting tax pledge to address £50 billion budget gap, what it means for the UK. Stop what you're doing. You need to hear this. Just moments ago, Labour made an announcement that has sent shockwaves through the political scene, and yes, people are talking, debating, and questioning what this means for the UK economy. While everyone's eyes were on other headlines, a quiet storm was brewing inside Westminster. Labour, under Keir Starmer, revealed plans to adjust their tax pledges in order to tackle a £50 billion budget gap. That's right, £50 billion. A number so big it makes your head spin, and a move that has everyone asking, what does this mean for you, for voters, for the future of British politics? Here's what we know so far. Starmer's team stated that these adjustments are necessary to balance the books and ensure fiscal stability. The announcement came during a press briefing, and every word was carefully chosen. The focus: Labour must make tough decisions to plug this budget gap, while still trying to protect core public services. But let's be real, tough decisions always sparks debate. Critics are already framing this as a betrayal of the party's earlier tax promises. Supporters, on the other hand, argue that it's a pragmatic move, designed to prevent an economic crisis down the line. And that's the tension that's driving this story. Social media is exploding with reactions. One tweet read, "Labour promised one thing, now they're doing another. How can we trust them?" Another said, "If this is about fiscal responsibility, then fine, but the optics are terrible." The conversation is heated, and the public is paying attention. Insiders are weighing in too. One senior political analyst told a UK news outlet, "This is a calculated, strategic move. Starmer knows the budget gap is real, but the messaging has to be handled delicately." Another insider added, "It's a balancing act. They need to show leadership, but also maintain credibility with voters who were promised no tax increases." To break it down, the £50 billion gap didn't appear overnight. Historical economic trends, inflation pressures, and public spending commitments have all contributed to this financial challenge. Labour's initial pledges were designed to be ambitious, but reality is forcing a reassessment. Opposition leaders, naturally, are pouncing. Conservative MPs argue that Labour's adjustment is proof of broken promises and weak economic planning. One MP stated, "This shows voters that Labour talks big but struggles to deliver." Meanwhile, business leaders are cautiously optimistic, noting that addressing the gap is crucial for long-term stability, even if it requires unpopular decisions in the short term. Public sentiment is mixed. Many voters feel betrayed, worried that this move could mean higher taxes or reduced services. Others understand the necessity of tough decisions in the face of a massive deficit. One comment online read, "I don't like it, but I'd rather have a stable economy than empty promises." Another added, "Politicians can't just ignore reality, someone has to make hard choices." The historical context here is important. UK politics has seen similar moments in the past, where parties needed to adjust fiscal plans in response to economic pressures. Some moves were praised as responsible leadership, others condemned as betrayal. The difference often lies in public perception, and right now, perception is everything. Analysts are also noting the timing. With upcoming debates on public spending, taxes, and the national budget, Labour's announcement sets the stage for months of scrutiny. Every speech, every briefing, every press statement will now be viewed through this lens. And let's not forget the human element. Citizens, small business owners, public sector workers all are directly affected by budget decisions. Questions are flying. Will taxes rise? Will services be cut? How will the gap be bridged without harming ordinary people? These are real concerns, and they're fueling intense online debate. One insider summed it up perfectly: this isn't just numbers on a page. It's about trust, leadership, and credibility. How Starmer handles this moment will define his tenure and Labour's future. So, what happens next? Implementation is key. The government will need to show how adjustments are made, explain the rationale clearly, and manage both public perception and opposition scrutiny. And here's the kicker: the real story may only begin once these decisions start impacting everyday life. The question remains, if this is just the start of fiscal recalibration, how deep will it go? Will Labour maintain voter confidence while addressing the £50 billion gap? Or will this move open the door for prolonged political debate, criticism, and uncertainty? One thing is clear: everyone is watching closely. From Westminster to the streets, from social media to boardrooms, this announcement is sparking conversations that will continue for weeks. And the stakes? Higher than ever. Stay tuned. Because in politics, minutes can change everything, and right now, those minutes are ticking fast.